lot of time people don't need a lot of money, whether they're borrowing money off their parents, which is one of the main insights that we found, even moving home just to really cover those costs. And the internet has just really celebrated a lot of these startups, and it's not necessarily technology companies, it's startups like Florence and Jonathan. It was very much around bikes or florists. So it's not necessarily technology that these people are celebrating. As a business, we're embedded in this community. So we're seeing it in terms of even my staff, Freddie, or even people we work with. Their attitudes, their behaviours, their ambitions, all of those elements are definitely changing, and specifically their thoughts and feelings around risk. Education, security, even just in terms of identity. There's people don't necessarily have to have a job, or they'd have to have a job, but have a job for someone else. That's for everything. There's cycles, but I think it really is rooted in unemployment. It's rooted in education. It's rooted in this generation really challenging the generation that came before in terms of their parents, or even the closer generation, not even the generation, but their peers. Because that's what they did before doesn't necessarily mean that's what they should be doing now. And that challenge by default and that confidence is definitely shining through. As shown in some of our research and some of the covered in the talk, it was very much in order to really sort of provoke that engagement, the brands really need to show they understand how this generation thinks, but also really provides them with an idea, an opportunity for them to properly engage. And I think the Lufthansa Klaus Heidi is sort of the best example for that. That they basically said, drop your life, change your name, move to Berlin, all brought to you by Lufthansa. And even 5 years ago, that would have been, I don't know, super risky. Even now it feels kind of risky, but it resonates and people picked up on it and people actually did it. And sure, it's a commercial campaign for a German airline, but it still resonated within that audience. Risk in the context of creativity, massively subjective. But I'm sure if you tracked all of the great campaigns through the last 100 years, they've taken some form of risk, whether that's challenging the initial client brief or their approach to the location or the talent. And really those campaigns or those ideas very much need something different to really stand out, and by default sort of risk is going to be involved.